What's up? I'm going on 2 times today, but I felt like this was an impromptu uh, one because I don't even celebrate this shit. I haven't celebrated like Pride, like to make it like how it how this is. Nah, like Pride you would have thought it was supposed to be like taboo, you know, like your own little world, like your own little world, not it becoming commercialized. That's what pride has become commercialized when pride was like the real LGBTQ normal moderate LGBTQ members sorority or fraternity. Like that's what pride used to be. And then you would have your friends who were straight, who loved partying with us, especially if they're a straight woman with the gay guys, because if you knew that you were fine or you were pretty, if gay men complimented you. If you knew that you was a decent looking, like if a gay man and the kids say you look good, you look good. Like that's what pride was until the government got involved big time, until secrets was out, until Obama became somebody. You understand? Until y'all had this nigga come in and it's him. That's the motherfucker who fucked up what pride was, because word on the street is he was part of the Rainbow Crew too. Now, I don't know, that ain't my thing to discuss, but I know that you chose LGBTQ, you chose symbolism before you chose that you of a black man, you of your father, you of making history being the first, if you want to say African American president that went in there and did absolutely nothing for us. You didn't even get Trayvon Martin justice. Like, nigga, you sucked as a president. Nigga, they gave you 2 terms. 2 terms. Oh my God. Like, you were the worst. Like, I don't even know why you got security. Nobody should even be paying Obama and Michelle any mind. They have the pride shit has gotten out of control because it got into the White House. We didn't care about the White House. We didn't care. All we wanted was to be left alone, do what we were doing. Let us deal with our drama. Now the drama that's spilled over to y'all community, and y'all are supposed to be public servants and role models to the society and our parents and our grandparents and our children, and y'all motherfuckers is pieces of shit because y'all got so many fucking skeletons and y'all are trying to be somebody that you aren't. God, Leigh. But anyway, I want Trump to abolish Pride Month. Y'all don't deserve no Pride Month. Pride Month was like our month, and we were okay with that month. People knew where they were going to go, to New York, San Francisco, DC, Baltimore, Atlanta, like track girls, like that was what when people think about Black Pride, Chicago, people think of there's these certain people that are still standing strong right now. Still standing strong right now, making big LGBTQ money for putting on their prides and their stuff every year. What all this other shit is this weird financial trans agenda, aka trying to have sex with children. The whole like the Democratic Party is poison. It's a cancer. They have anything that they touch is they mess it up because you're dealing with narcissists. You're dealing with KKK. You're dealing with gatekeepers. You're with undiagnosed people. You're dealing with motherfuckers who ain't never had shit, ain't used to shit, ain't never will be shit. You have them people now controlling the Democratic Party. Then y'all mixed it in with putting foreigners in there. So then they're in there, they don't know what they're doing because they look where they come from. They don't know how to fix their government. But you let them into this government? How they know how to scam and scheme because we've been paying for them forever to come over here and get whatever they want? What? Now we're dealing with pride. Let me get into this real quick. Fuck. Like, I used to be big K. I came out at 10 years old. Okay? Tell you my pride story. I came out, I always was attracted to women. Always had big crushes on women. Always had. When I didn't really come out, I got a letter from a girl that was in my school. And my mother went and was cleaning up my room, saw the letter, read the letter. So then my mother, you gay. You like girls here. You like girls, but real mean. And I remember telling her, I'm like, you treating me like how you say white people treat black people. And I was in fourth grade, and I was actually living in Chicago for our 1 year. My mother trying to come back here to see if she could make it in her hometown. And she had a factory and everything. They took that shit away. Chicago ain't shit. Okay, anyway. When I told her that, the next day she took me to school and she apologized and told me she loved me as a child. Now, me and my mother don't never talk about my sexual orientation. My mother is Catholic. My mother was born and raised Catholic. My grandmother was very strict. I'm coming from a baby boomer. My mother is 76. So my mother loved me because I was her child. So that was that. Did she agree with my sexual orientation? I don't think she agrees now to this day, but we don't discuss it. We don't talk about it. I don't disrespect her. She doesn't disrespect me. When I wanted to do things like cut my hair off, when I finally did come out, like when I was 14, she said, you can do whatever you want to do when you turn 18. And fair is fair. My mother was too strict to the point that no girls could spend the night at my house. I could spend the night at my house, but no girls could spend the night at my house. Like, that's how strict she was with me growing up when I was in high school. So, yeah, I can't get no girl pregnant or any of that situation, but it is what it is. So when I see all this weird gay propaganda in our schools and doing that, it irritates me because you're not letting them be them. A person knows, a lot of persons knows when their child may be playing for the other side. You know your child. You know your goal, what your thing is, you need to make sure you're raising a decent human being. The sexual orientation thing has nothing to do with, are you treating this person, are you raising this person, your child, to be a decent human being to human beings, to children, to adults, to everybody. That's what it is. Like that's it's real simple, But we have had so many terrible leaders in the church, in politics, in businesses, in entertainment, that we idolize because they made it on TV. We idolize them because they look like they're doing everything. Because oh my God, look at them, they're in Hollywood, all this stuff. But a lot of them people are not happy. They're not happy. Just like a person's not happy at their job that they do when they're not on TV. A lot of motherfuckers do not want to do any of those things. A lot of people are getting underpaid. A lot of people are taking checks like Taraji did and other Democrats did when it came to pushing that Project 2025 shit on us. Those niggas gotta eat. But if you really, because I'm not saying that Taraji is not for us, because I don't know. But if you're not doing your history, if you're not reading, if you're not like really looking at all angles of shit, if you know your worth and you know that you are a talented person and nobody's not gonna play with you, you check that shit when they first play you. But you can't let somebody go on and on and on and on to beat your ass, and then now you the victim, and now it don't work like that. Like, it don't work like that at all, because you guys are pushing the wrong information to our children, to our seniors, for y'all financial gain, because y'all not getting what y'all want to get paid in the entertainment world. When I first started comedy, I started with stand-up comedy. When I first was doing stand-up comedy, 5 minutes in New York, I would bring 14 to 15 people to these places. When I would announce that I'm going to be doing stand-up somewhere, and people would come out and see me. Oh, people would fly. Shakita Coffee, shout out. Shakita Coffee, anywhere that I've had like big events, wherever she's at in the world, she'll fly in for it. Like that. Like, that's how, like, I was known. I know a lot of people from all over the place. So when I first started my comedy, and I would have to bring 15 and 20 people into these shows just for 5 minutes, I was like, fuck this. I could do my own shows. And that's what I started doing. Like, why are we not doing this in the community? Oh, we're not doing this in the community because we have a lot of people who self-hate themselves. That's why they're choosing symbolism over Freedman, over the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. That's the problem. The problem is these people are cosplay. These people they self-hate themselves. These people are the ones who cannot leave a house without having a whole full face of makeup. They have to dress up. They have to do this. They have to do that. And if you don't do that, then at the end of the day, you're a dummy. These are Mean Girls 2025, all the dumbest bitches on earth, but they fine. So we inspire to be them. Then they'll go to dope places on a buddy pass because their friend is either her friend works at the airport, or they got a scamming ass friend to make sure they got their ticket there. So they making it like they're living this lavish life out there, and they're really not. But it's the aesthetic. It's to show like, yeah, I ain't never been there. I ain't never been that. Don't care about that. I always want my money so I can go and do the things I need to do, go to the places I want to go to the places at, celebrate Pride the way I want to celebrate Pride, because I celebrate Pride. But I don't make an announcement. I don't go to any of those parades because those parades are not family-oriented parades. I don't like, you got niggas walking around with a thong on, body all the way over here. You got women with, like, come on now. Like, we are at an age, literally, we are at an age that if you want to celebrate your pride, we want to show that we can do this just like everybody else can do it. We're all human beings at the end of the day, all decent human beings, people that have settled down. I'm a settled down dyke, okay? I have settled down, okay? So as a settled down dyke, let me tell you how gay I was. You see this? That's how gay I was. I hate this motherfucking tattoo now. But I got this tattoo when I was 19 or 20. Okay, that's how gay I was. Okay? When I see that, because I've settled down. There's certain parties that I know those party promoters since we were 18, and now they still do them. They don't do them as weekly like we used to go out all the time. They may do it during Pride Month, during Black Pride Month. You've got Pride Month. Yeah, so you pick and choose. Again, taboo. I don't announce when I go to a pride party. None of that. Now you see me in there, you see me there. I may take a picture with somebody, one of my other homies that I know that goes there because they know we're moderate. Like everything has moderation. I'm a moderate dyke. Okay, so that's what I'm on. So, but I'm also Juneteenth is in June. We don't make nowhere near as much money as the government makes off of LGBTQ. That 14th Amendment, them 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, that's what Juneteenth is about. We're not making no bag. No bag. But you know how much corporations make off of us on Black History Month? $1.7 trillion. $1.7 trillion. Like, what is we doing? Literally, what is we doing? We let a bunch of idiots that are our age now run government, and you knew these motherfuckers were stupid in high school. You knew these niggas was the thoughts in college. Yeah, but they was popular. They dressed up. They had their little, but these is the dumbest bitches and niggas on earth that y'all got in government right now. The dumbest. I mean, it can't get no dumber than, man, Brandon motherfucker Johnson. That nigga is a stone cold idiot. The dumbest of the dumb. Let me tell you, he's so fucking dumb. This nigga so dumb. Somebody sent me this earlier today. This nigga said, they say, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson says he wanted Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour to stay in the city longer to help its budget crisis. Beyonce was here for 3 days, and I just needed her to stay 2 more days so she could help solve my budget crisis. Somebody sent that to me. They said, hey, did you see this? And I said, yes. A certified fucking clown. His ass just needs to go. Like, nigga, you spent mad money on the illegals. Nigga. You spent mad money, stole them. I don't know what you did. You tricked off on illegals. You tricked off on these dumb ass bitches that you got in these positions that don't know what the fuck they doing. Nigga, you are the dumbest trick I've ever met in my fucking life. Anyway, she goes, literally, the most stupid headline she's like, literally, the most stupid headline. I was like, what in the entire fuck? I said, we just got to take shit in our own hands. These are the dumbest motherfuckers on earth in our age. She says facts, because the older generation of leaders is washed and out for themselves. D. Gregory said, save yourself. Because there's something wrong with these niggas. Now, I get it. But he also was 80. So, of course, he's done with it. I, however, stepped in at 37 years old. At 37 years old, I stepped in. Now at 39, approaching 40, I'm in this motherfucker to stay. Because you ain't never about to play us. But I am not going to sit on the sideline and argue with any of you niggas. Any of you white people. Any of you illegals and unillegals. I have found my lane. I've created my lane, and I'm a very generous person. So I will never not help you if I can help you. Because the more I can help you, hopefully in return, you will help other people. And if you help other people and help other people and help other people, the proper etiquette of America, the proper etiquette of a Christian, a proper etiquette of a human being, a mother, a father, a daughter, a mother, or a daughter, son, grandparent, proper etiquette. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay? The Jews do it very well. However, the progressive Jews have hijacked the Jews' agenda over there. So they are just like what we're dealing with in the Democratic Party here. But the only thing is they're controlling. This is the old ones. Those are literally, they're doing everything that Hitler did. They're just doing it in an economic, way or whatever. They took that whole book, the whole Hitler, and is now putting it on us. And I say us, the conservative, the moderate Democrat that really was about the democratic values before all this stuff, taking advantage of the Jew that was helping us during the civil rights movement, was great lawyers for us when we were going through what we're going. We don't have that no more. The Jew and black connection that was there, the true Jew and black connection, it's not there. The Freedmen and the Jew connection is not there, and we need to get that back in our generation. And there are some great Jewish folks out here, just like there are some great Black American folks out here. That's like there's some great Hispanic folks out here. That's why some great white people, folks out here. You have to get with your group, and majority of the group is on what it's always been on, because we millennials, especially millennials, a lot of millennials, we are a special generation. We've seen it all from before social media to social media, so that's with us. You understand what I'm saying? So I find myself arguing with a lot of people that, because I was always in a social circle. I always was in a popular circle, that everybody think that everybody go with what the most popular person thinks of. If that person think that's okay because I'm so sexually attracted to that person, or I want to be with that person, whatever, then yeah, that's the shallow situation. So everybody think that that I'm supposed to just think how they think. Nah. So I've seen myself bump heads with plenty of my friends who are popular. And I mean, stop talking to some of them. We're not friends anymore. There's some that I've unfollowed just off of the Trump syndrome. Like, nigga, Trump ain't got nothing to do with these taxes in Illinois, baby. Trump don't got shit to do with these taxes in Chicago, these red lights, the TIF money, they stealing property and land, they displacing us, Trump putting these illegals in our community. Trump ain't got shit to do with none of this. And y'all don't see that. And I cannot align myself with motherfuckers who don't see the problem. This is why we're where we're at now. Because you more worried about who's sleeping with who. Nigga, where the fuck is our money? I don't give a fuck who's sleeping with who. Because guess what? When I get my money, they still gonna be sleeping with each other. So does it really matter? Does it really matter that I give a fuck about who they sleeping with more than my money? It's so much beef out here that don't make no fucking sense. I think I'm about to be 40 years old. I miss my homes. I miss my life. I miss my friends. I miss my guys. I miss life. I don't give a fuck about who doing who. We about to lose the game to a bunch of foreigners. To a bunch of foreigners who fucking hate Americans. Do you see what's going on? No, because you're getting ready for Pride Month. You're getting ready for Pride Month. Let's talk about Pride Month. Let's see. We got a lot of stuff coming up. All right. Okay, where is that? Where is that? Oh, yeah. All right. So, Pride began as a response to the Stonewall Uprising, which took place in June 1969 in New York City. June 28, 1969, the Stonewall Uprising, LGBTQ plus patrons of the Stonewall in Greenwich Village resisted a police raid. Sparkling several days of protests, this event is widely considered the catalyst for the modern LGBTQ plus rights movement in the U.S. June 28, 1970, first Pride marches. On the first anniversary of Stonewall, cities like New York City, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Chicago held the first gay pride marches to commemorate the uprising and advocate for LGBTQ plus rights. 1970s to the 1980s, pride events grew into larger parades and celebrations across the U.S. and then internationally, expanding their focus from protest to celebration, visibility, and community. 1990s to present, Pride has become the global movement observed annually in June known as Pride Month, with parades, festivals, and political activism. Pride Month is celebrated in June to honor the Stonewall Uprising, the LGBTQ plus history, rights, and culture. Now, let's talk about the descendants of the enslaved, Black Americans. Okay? The stages, the legally freed in stages, that's what we're going to discuss. Emancipation Proclamation, January 1st, 1863. Pride started 1969. But Emancipation Proclamation was January 1st, 1863, issued by President Abraham Lincoln, a Republican president. Freed enslaved people only in Confederate states actively rebelling against the Union. This did not apply to border states like Kentucky or Maryland, Confederate areas already under Union control. It was more of a military strategy and symbolic declaration than full freedom for all. Juneteenth, June 19th, 1865. On this date, Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, and announced that enslaved people were free, more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. Texas was one of the last strongholds of slavery. Juneteenth is now celebrated as Black Independence Day or Freedom Day. The 13th Amendment, December 6, 1865. This is when slavery was officially abolished nationwide in the U.S. December 6, 1865. 1865. Okay? Stonewall, 1969. Pride, 1969. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as punishment for crime, shall exist within the United States. And right there with the punishment for crime, we got this closed legal loopholes and made emancipation law across all states. However, the exception clause laid the groundwork for mass incarceration, later used to re-enslave many Black people through the criminal system. Even after 1865, descendants of the enslaved faced black codes, laws restricting freedom, Jim Crow segregation, convict leasing, redlining and land theft, disenfranchisement, and violence. So while 1865 marks the legal end of slavery, full freedom, justice, and equality remain an ongoing struggle. And at the end of the day, has never been fully achieved. We go from trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma. Now, the U.S., let's talk economics real quick. We go back to the U.S. Pride events, 1969, the economic impact. Pride events across the U.S. generate over $1 billion annually in tourism, sponsorships, hotels, foods, and merchandise. New York City Pride alone brings in 150 to 200 million during its peak years. San Francisco Pride estimates its impact to 50 to 80 million annually. And I'll tell you why it's only that much. Because if you've seen San Francisco, Governor Gavin Newsom has it looking like how Brandon Johnson is trying to have Chicago, looking like a fucking graveyard of fiends, just like a graveyard of fiends in Baltimore. That's why Baltimore will never get to where it needs to go to, because it's just too fiend out there regardless. So these are blue cities. These are blue cities. So San Francisco Pride should be making way more than that. But they're not. They're making that because it's a fiend grave site in homeless, in the battle of now they're doing the cities are doing the battle of how many homeless tents can we keep up here? How many homeless tents you got, San Francisco? I'm moving on 100,000. Brandon Johnson, watch me do better. Guard up. The fuck. Now, where does the money come from? Corporate sponsorships, major brands like Target, Budweiser, American Airlines, Google, Citibank spends millions to sponsor floats, ads, and booths. Many LGBTQ plus advocates criticized this as rainbow capitalism, where companies profit off of pride without meaningful supporting LGBTQ plus rights. You're absolutely right about that. I know it's called that rainbow capitalism. I call it fuck them. However, get rid of everything. Thank you, Trump, for getting rid of DEI. You know, I was very thank you. I was waiting to see when somebody was going to do it because it didn't make any sense. We ain't got DEI, and we can't get a job. Like we can't get jobs through DEI, and we can't get a job because of our record. Like they go, what? They try to talk to LGBTQ. They couldn't help me either. So at the end of the day, fuck the LGBTQ right plus rights, the GLAD, the human, whatever, all them things. Okay. Shout out to Smiles in DC back like in 2000 on I think it was in Eastern Market. Now they were a sort. They really was about helping, especially black and brown, but because of the Bible has a lot of people and but the Bible and a terrible preacher or pastor or priest. You may not agree. Again, you may not agree with your child's sexual orientation. My mom just explained that. But my mother never put me out on the street because of my sexual orientation. There's so many black and brown, especially boys, that were thrown out on the street. They started prostitution to getting something that they can't get on, drugs. Like that's us. That was on us. That wasn't the government who did that. That was y'all reading the Bible and listening to this no good ass pastor that's fucking kids on the side or scheming or scamming or can't help y'all do anything but eating off of anything that y'all have because you're paying for it. You understand? Like that whole thing, making religion a cult. They're corrupt cult. So that's a corrupt preacher that tell you to put your child out because they sexual orientation, and you a corrupt ass, creep ass, bum ass parent to do it. Like, so yeah. So, but people like that had organizations that's supposed to be like a GLAD and stuff like that, they did not want to support them. Smiles should be like, everybody should know about Smiles. Smiles was that spot, and other people may have other spots. You understand? I don't know, but I know Smiles was when I was in DC and when I officially came out. Yeah, like. So, as I say, DC, I rock with DC. I love DC. And I've seen DC, and DC really solidified who I was as a person. That's why I know the Democrats in DC is true. They not gonna let honestly it get too crazy. Like they good with the gentrification stuff in certain areas, certain stuff, but like if they start really paying attention, but they know they there with the laws. That's where the laws are. Like they gonna get their shit together. They're not gonna let the Democrats ain't gonna really let the Democrats embarrass them as people. Like they got egos because they had a real good. Marion Barry was a very good mayor. Now they got in they was minding his business because whatever he was doing had nothing to do with us. But as far as a mayor, as far as his position and work, he did what he had to do. He did what he had to do. So, and he set the standard. So, and a lot of those people there know that. And there are black people who are Chocolate City. They the real Chocolate City. They gonna help their peoples. They want to see them. They want to see them get what they need to get. Like they ain't selfish. They're not sure they gonna they gonna bring. You have a party there. They bringing everybody. You get the DC DJs, all that. They coming and shit. Like we're losing it, man. We're losing it. But anyway, Pride Month boosts hotel bookings, flights, restaurants, and local transportation in host cities. Merchandise sales, clothing, flags, accessories, and themed products bring in tens of millions from both LGBTQ plus allied consumers. Nonprofit fundraising, the grift. Some Pride organizations are nonprofits that fund LGBTQ plus services and event proceeds. Right now, it's trans agenda. But many events are now commercialized, and the money doesn't always go to grassroots LGBTQ communities, especially Black and trans community. Global Pride economy worldwide. Pride festivals and related events generate billions in combined tourism and sponsorship revenue. In cities like London, Berlin, Sao Paulo, whatever, and Toronto, Pride can attract hundreds of thousands of millions of attendees with similar multi-million-dollar boosts to the local economy. You see that? Worldwide, London, Berlin, Toronto, with similar multi-million-dollar boosts to their local economy. Their local economy. Now, Black History Month. Corporate marketing and ad spending tied to Black History Month is $400 million to $1 billion annually, depending on the year. So Black History Month is depending on the year. Pride, they for sure know they're about to make $1 billion. Branded product lines, Targets, Black Beyond Measure, streaming specials, curated playlists, content. Speaking of you guys boycotting Target with people's that have Black stuff in there, you guys are bankrupting them for your weird civil rights movement that you guys are doing, your backwards ass civil rights movement. Just letting y'all know. Sponsored events, school, curriculum, influence partnerships. Who makes the money? Black History Month. Corporations profit heavily by marketing to Black consumers. A $1.7 trillion market. Oh my God, economic slavery, nigga. But only a fraction of what if we get these niggas 1.7 trillion market in our communities. Look the way they look. We shouldn't have to depend on no money from the government. Nigga. We should never have to depend on any money from the government. What the fuck? Woo. But only a fraction of their revenue supports Black-owned businesses or grassroots organizations. Most branded products are manufactured by non-Black companies using Black culture and history as seasonal marketing. We're like Christmas. We're like Easter. What are we? Christmas, Easter. We a holiday. We a holiday. We don't even make no money off of us, and we a holiday. It's crazy. Now, Juneteenth became a federal holiday in 2021, triggering an explosion in corporate and municipal events. 2023-2024 estimated corporate market and event spending for Juneteenth reached 200 to 300 million. This includes festivals, food trucks, merch, t-shirts, and branded content. Very few cities use Juneteenth funding to address our economic resources like reparations, black land lost, and economic justice for freedmen descendants. The 13th, 14th, and 15th fucking amendment. Happy Pride! Happy Pride. Black History Month and Juneteenth are economically valuable to brands, but not to the descendants of the enslaved they claim to honor. There is a growing demand that Juneteenth profits be redirected to reparations, Black land trusts, and freedom-led organizations, not rainbow capitalism or DEI lip service. So, in conclusion, I'm going to read the 13th, 14th, because I need you to understand this. Because y'all got to drill this. Like, y'all got to drill this in your like, you got to drill this. The Reconstruction era, 1865 to 1877, was the period immediately following the Civil War when the United States attempted to rebuild the South and integrate formerly enslaved Black people, freedmen, into political, economic, and social life. So, political, government, economic, money, social life, mental health. That's what our Reconstruction era is today. Okay? It is government, money, mental health. We need government, we need money, we need mental health. Government, money, mental health. Meaning we need to start getting into government. We need to start getting our kids registered to go to do government classes. We need to find all the government teachers. Government teachers should be having jobs everywhere. We need to teach our kids government, money, mental health. That's it. Let me write that down. I hope y'all writing that down. I hope y'all writing that down. That's kind of like a bar. That's kind of like a bar. Government, money, mental health. It's the key to life. Money, power, respect. It's the key to life. Money, power, respect. It's the key to life. Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. Money, power, respect. The Reconstruction era, 1865. Okay, told y'all that. All right. Reconstruction era, 1865, 1877. It began after the Civil War ended. 1877 with the compromise of 1877 and the withdrawal of federal troops from the South. The major goals of Reconstruction was reunify the Union, abolish slavery, protect the rights of freedmen, rebuild the Southern economy without enslaved labor, reconstruct governance in Southern states under new constitutional terms. So that is what we definitely need to do now. That's why we have to get into government. We have to get into government right now. That's Joyce Watkins producing his success story. Oh, Boyce Watkins. I think he's doing some stuff. 13th Amendment is the 13th Amendment. That's 1865, abolish slavery, except as punishment for a crime. 14th Amendment, 1868, granted citizenship to all born in the U.S., including freedmen, guaranteed equal protection under the law. That is what we are fighting for. 15th Amendment, well, they're trying to have us share that. They're trying to have us share that with the Brown that don't give two fucks about us, as you see, because if they did, they too would be helping us with our community. But no, they didn't. Matter of fact, when supposedly our kids was messed up the pharmacy and stuff in our neighborhood during the paid George Floyd riots and all that stuff, and when some seniors needed to get their medicine from the south side and the west side, when they tried to go to Pilsen, Pilsen was like, hell to the no. Absolutely not. But we will buy all their tacos. We will turn up for Cinco de Mayo. Now, they don't even want to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. They want that day off. They want us to recognize that day, which we will never recognize. Okay. But you want us to recognize that day. So y'all really don't want that. Y'all really want that day off. But you can't have that day off because America does not recognize it. We are celebrating this. Black America is celebrating Cinco de Mayo. We done turn it into our own holiday because we like tacos and we like Mexican food. We like all the Mexican food. How much money do they give back to the South Side, West Side, any black community, any Martin Luther King Boulevard? Again. And you think we're supposed to celebrate? I mean, we're supposed to be okay with them coming over here, keep scamming us, and make sure that 14th Amendment is for them too. Now we gonna put them in the Constitution with us too? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Keep opening up for Cinco de Mayo. Let me tell you something. I don't care where I'm at. I don't care where I'm at in the country. If it's the Dr. King Day, I better be able to, nobody better not be working. Nobody better not be working. That's our day. I don't care. Nobody can take that away from us. Nobody. Donald Trump, nobody. That's my day. It's my day. He was a freedman. That's my day. We in the U.S. Constitution. Nobody else in the U.S. Constitution but us. I'm taking that day off. I'm taking every freedman day off that I feel like I need to take off. So if you feel like Mexicans that are in America, if y'all feel like y'all should have that day off, none of y'all's businesses should be open. In solidarity, in the respect, in the demand, in what, yeah. Because I'm going to do that. So, yeah, it's all a game. We making everybody else rich, and they resent us. They resent us because they can't be us. But we always trying to help them out, but don't want to help each other out. We looking at each other suspect, but you'll do but you'll go hard for them. Hey, we got colorism bad too. We got colorism real bad. Gay black men, 15th Amendment gave black men the right to vote. Now, Freedmen achievements during Reconstruction. Over 2,000 black men held public office, including in Congress. Built schools and colleges with the help of the Freedmen's Bureau and the Black Church. The Freedmen Bureau that y'all Hindu Indian woman president that y'all kept saying was black was trying to throw everybody up in there. Acquired land, temporary through most was lost due to policy reversals and fraud that's happening now. established businesses, newspapers, and banks, including the Freedmen's Bank. The Freedmen's Bureau, 1865 to 1872, provided food, housing, education, and legal support for freedmen, was underfunded and opposed by white supremacists. It didn't say white Republican supremacists. It didn't say white Democrat supremacists. It didn't say white independent supremacists. It said white supremacists. They're all over the place. They're even little baby white supremacists. There's so many, okay? The supremacist is just in you. If you a supremacist, it's just in you. You just a hateful, evil. You and devil are neck to neck. There's some real life devils walking around in these motherfuckers. All shapes and fucking sizes. All genders. LGBTQs. Trans. Churches. Pastors. Corporate. Government. Environmental. Housing. Real estate. The list can go on and on and on and on. Yeah, shout out to Harold Pierre. He got this line. When Wakanda first came out, what they call Wakanda? Whatever that thing was, I think it was called Wakanda. But me and my ex, when we had matching sweatshirts with this on, when we went out there. Remember everybody dressed up in their best black shit for Wakanda? That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, we are a vibe. We are a vibe, and out here just not making sure we good. We making sure everybody else good. And man, what the fuck? Failed to redistribute land. 40 acres and a mule was never fulfilled. White supremacist retaliation. KKK and similar groups used terror to suppress black political and economic power. Thousands of freedmen were lynched or driven from office. Black codes, Jim Crow laws, southern states passed laws to limit black freedom, enforce vagrancy laws, and restore a slave-like economy. Compromise, ending Reconstruction by withdrawing federal troops from the South. In exchange, Rutherford B. Hayes became president. Southern Democrats regained control, ending protections for freedmen. Southern Democrats regained control, ending protections for freedmen. I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back who have not heard it. Southern Democrats regain control, ending protections for freedmen. Happy Pride. What went wrong? Broken promises. Land was reversed. White supremacy was tolerated to preserve national unity. Through laws, systematic sabotage, through laws, economic exclusion, and racial terror. First major push for black civil rights set the foundation for the civil rights movement 100 years later. But what's left unresolved? Our money, our land rights, our economic justice, punitive damages, protection from state-sanctioned racism. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So, saying that to say, this is why it's important to be in DC on July 3rd. This is my festival. This is my rally. This is my protest. This is a real nigga event. Real nigga event. This is my pride. Save our republic. Freedmen homecoming. 14th Amendment rally at the Supreme Court. This is not just another rally. This is a line in the sand. On July 3rd, we're gathering at the U.S. Supreme Court for the Freedmen homecoming and our Save Our Republic rally, not to just be seen, but to take a stand for the 14th Amendment, our lineage-based citizenship, and our place in this country. Why it matters? They're trying to make us share our citizenship. The 14th Amendment was written specifically for the descendants of enslaved Black Americans, not for open border policies, not for people who enter this country illegally, and not to dilute our birthright. This is about power, protection, and recognition. If we don't show up, speak up, and demand clarity on who the 14th Amendment truly applies to, the state will continue to hand our legacy to everyone but us. While we're still fighting for flood relief, reparations, safety, and justice, Supreme Court is where it all started. From Plessy versus Ferguson to Brown versus Board, the Supreme Court has always played a role in defining or denying our rights. And now it's our turn to show up at the steps and remind this nation we are still here and we will not be erased. Be in D.C. starting July 3rd. U.S. Supreme Court, Washington, D.C. July 4th, Freedmen homecoming, White House, okay? Tailgating. This is not just a protest, it's a homecoming for the people, for the truth, for the Constitution. I don't know what this dude is. This dude might be this man Dustin. Wait, I hope that's not Dustin. Dustin, I know. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta go back. But yeah, I hope that's not Dustin I know. I gotta figure out how do I find him. All right, but anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm on. Jason Black talked about this. Yeah, and so this movement for me, because everybody got like Jessica Jackson has said, and I will take this. This is something that I will always. This is going to be the part of my story. She always going to be a part of my story, but everybody got to get the 4. That and you can't carry everyone. You can't carry everybody's water. She's absolutely right. You can't. That's basically, in other words, of Dick Gregory saying, "Save yourself." However, I have not gotten to that yet. Like I'm not that mature yet. Like I'm mature enough that I see the problem. I'm cool enough to address it, and I am a entrepreneur. So, and I'm a creative. So, and I'm a comedian. So, and I know the entertainment town, but I know the bit. Like I just know a lot. I know how I want my own corporation. So that's why I got a business mindset. My mom gave me her business mindset. So that's why I see things a little bit different. So that's my movement. My movement is, we don't have nothing to do with race. It's just that we're going to get rid of all this bullshit. Okay, I'm gonna call racism out when I see racism. I'm gonna call out that LGBTQ bullshit like I'm calling out now. I'm gonna call out when the men fucked up, when the woman fucked up, when these churches is fucked up, when these activists is fucked up, when these corporations is fucked up, when the politicians is fucked up. At the end of the way, do the right thing, because there's too much money out here for motherfuckers not to be eating, especially black people, because the world revolves around us. We are everything. It wouldn't be no culture if it wasn't for us. So we should never be worrying about where our money coming from. So, and we should be able, like I'm trying to tell you, we ain't taking the playbook from the Jews and using it like they're using it. And we don't got to be a supremacist about it. We don't got to be a gatekeeper about it. Everybody can eat. For some reason, the Jews want to take over everything, but selfish with the shit, supremacist with the shit, getting real Nazi with the shit, instead of making sure everybody is good. Because at the end of the day, George Soros, I'm pretty sure you know about what's going on in Chicago. I'm pretty sure somebody's addressed you to let you know about the injustices that's happening in Chicago. And you to be a billionaire, a Jewish billionaire that runs the Democratic Party that is mostly us, you have yet to come and address me or anybody else. That's terrible customer service, George Soros. So I would be the complete opposite of that. So, yeah, that's my piece. So I'm gonna be talking about this more. At 6 o'clock, I'm going back on. I'm going to be discussing what's the difference between Larry Hoover's RICO and the Illinois elected officials RICO at 6, I think like 6:05. So please join me there. Appreciate you. Please like and share this. This is my only time going to address pride or anything like that. I opened up, gave you my story, told you how I feel about the whole situation. And if anybody else asks you how I feel about pride, please show them this video. It's never going to change. And I'm not going to kill myself trying to get it in your head. You understand? So it's in a video, so maybe people can go back at it. Thank you very much. Appreciate the super sticker. Okay. You know what? I think I got to start going on every day, because I probably can make a little bit of money doing this. I probably can. This probably was like my calling, and I just missed it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jessica Jackson again, because I would have never got on YouTube. I would have never had a YouTube channel. She urged me to get on YouTube. She kept sending me stuff from YouTube, and I never really paid attention. And then she got me doing the famous Friday thing, Leigh channel, and get it in my head and stuff like that. So she gave me this gift that I appreciate. Because she got me doing this. And she was a person that always say, I don't want to be on social media. I don't want to be on film. I don't want to be on all that. So now we got a show. And anytime she's ready to come on the show to talk, she can. Because she technically is the creator of this show for me, because she kept pushing me to get it. So, shout out to Jessica Jackson. All right. I'll see y'all in a couple of hours. All hands on deck. I'm serious about DC. I got the RSVP. You can RSVP me at zoe@chicagoflippsred.com. Or there is a registration on X and on X and on my personal page. And you can register through Google, It says request access. That don't have not edit access. You're not request. We don't need you to edit anything. We just need you to fill it out. So we have that. So this we have a number of the expectation of how many people are coming. You know, me and Danielle will definitely be there. And we just, this is like a big family reunion for me, man. I'm ready to listen to some music. I'm ready to because I just feel like I just want him to know like Trump, like Black America, we here. Like we saw, I didn't even know that the Democrats was this fucked up. Like if this would never happened to me, I don't know what would have. This was my call. So now I got the people. Now we're here. So yeah, we know leave 14th Amendment alone. Leave 14th Amendment alone. Also, we need you to come and arrest these elected politicians. We need you to come arrest them. Yeah, how they were trying to put them 48 charges on you. Yep. These niggas really did the shit. These are criminals. What you did was niggas do that every day. These people got to go. So yeah, so we're requesting that. We're requesting a forensic audit because we just want to know where our money is at. We need a Doge office in every ward and in the Cook County and in the city hall, in the Daily Center. Chicago needs oversight for the next 100 years, real talk. You want to they gonna need Doge. Chicago's gonna need gold. The state of Illinois is gonna need Doge for dead ass the next 100 years. They need big oversight. You ain't gonna they drowning right now. You got a whole bunch of popular, educated dummies running government off of their high school popularity, their high school mindset. These bitches who ain't never had to work for shit because they prefer sucking dick. You understand? These are the motherfuckers who all gonna be there instead of just showing up because that's your nigga. These are the people who do not think for themselves. These are the ones who just kept getting away because they fine but don't have shit else to offer. These is the beautiful dumb bitches and the beautiful handsome niggas. This is what we dealing with. We dealing shit is the most. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that y'all are like this. I feel like I'm in Drumline, Say the Last Dance, The Wood, fucking Lean on Me, I'm gonna get you sucker, New Jack City film. It's all in one. We're head of the state. It's with Richard Pryor and Dick Gregory. Trying to save Black Mecca, Chicago. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to save Chicago. I'm trying to save Black Mecca in Chicago. We should be rich off of the tours that Black Chicago has. All the history. Oh, what the fuck? Chicago could have their own legit museum. And people will come from all over. Chicago could have their own wax museum. Chicago could have their own corrupt museum for politicians. And we broke. Yo. Get that nigga out of office. Take the window or take the stairs, Brandon Johnson. But get that nigga out of office. That's why I gotta go to DC. I'm not spending another fall with this nigga, come arrest his ass tomorrow. Tomorrow. And his chief of staff, his deputy mayor of immigration and refugee rights, Walter Burnett, Jason Irvin, Carlos Ramirez Rosa, Michael Rodriguez, Andre Vasquez, Rosana Rodriguez Sanchez, Brian Sancho Lopez, Daniel Espada, Michelle Harris. Please come get Michelle Harris. Please come get 8th Ward Michelle Harris. Please. On her husband, she lied. Please. 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 Come get these losers out of office. These losers out of office. Please. These raggedy. Michelle Harris give AKA the worst rap, man. The worst rap. That's why they come in there with 40. They give y'all 45 resolutions. For what? What have y'all resoluted? What have y'all resolved? Nothing. Y'all don't even know how. Y'all don't even know where to start. All y'all do is and get it. Have a nerve. Somebody get mad if they put their pinky on. They wear pinky green. Bitch, I'll walk in all type. Boosie me. Y'all motherfuckers cappers. All y'all do is wear. All y'all do is stomp to Bootsy stuff. But y'all mad he wore a Kappa sweatshirt. Kappa sweatshirt, a sweater on. You should be happy he acknowledges y'all. Y'all niggas don't do shit for the community. Y'all niggas is some pretty bums on the men and the women's side. Y'all niggas, if y'all really was about that life, that's back in the day they were. Y'all founding members were. Y'all have straight embarrassed y'all founding members. All y'all sorority and fraternity have straight embarrassed y'all founding members. You go, what? You think I asked every time, let me tell you something, I asked somebody 2 times after when I really, 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 really need something, and I know a person has the opportunity to get me that, I only reach out to this person because I absolutely have no choice and I need to do it, and that motherfucker don't do it. I ask one more time, they don't do it. You don't gotta worry about me. Because now I gotta show you that I can do it myself. It's just that I thought that you was a real nigga and you would let me eat with you. So that is why I will never meet with any of these sorry ass niggas in Chicago. Because they left me out to dry. They left me out to dry. They left me out to dry. When all I was trying to do was save Chicago. And I thought we all was on the same mission. You don't want to solve my mama case? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You don't got to worry about nothing. I'm going to settle my own mama case. I told you, If y'all don't settle my case, I will run for office and settle my own case. Do you know that song from Wale? You gonna love me for my ambition? You gonna love me for my ambition? So I'm just saying that you do not do this to the customer. We are the customers to this government that we fund. And the people who we are voting or not voting are the reason why we have these incompetent people in office right now. We have to get into politics. We have to look at everybody. You got the Democrat side. This is a game, and I need y'all to understand this. They're playing Russian roulette, honestly, with America. They are playing Russian roulette. Right now, we're in Russian roulette. If we do not get in, we got one shot. Like I said, if you ain't ever thought, like you always scared about somebody bring up your past and stuff like that, but if you ain't fuck no kids, and you ain't raped nobody, and I mean rape, not her lying on you because she got caught up type shit. I mean like real rape, like the real rape. You need to run for office. You need to run for office. If you're mature enough and know that you're not selfish enough, and you know that a six-figure, this is real talk, if you know that a six figures is a reasonable amount to live on, which it was and still is, but if you can't survive off of a government job as an alderman, $150,000, whatever, then clearly we're paying too much taxes. Clearly, these corporations are fucking us with these prices. And we need to try to start talking to our local people, our local people, farmers and stuff like that, and work out something with them and let them know, hey, it's probably going to be a minute, but look, this is what we can offer. And then farmers, y'all gotta, at the end of the day, put y'all little money in it too, so you can make it work. Because when you make it work, the government taxes can go lower, and once the taxes go lower, then your cost will be able to pay you more, right? The government will be able to pay you more. So while we're paying you more, you're getting actually what we're growing you. We're making you make sure you'll probably end up being a millionaire. You'll probably end up being a millionaire in 2 years, but you're still breaking even, and you're going to make a profit. I'm just saying. So yeah, thank you. But yeah. So yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah, this is good. Harold Pierre, Shout out to Harold Pierre Black, a comedian, and it's good quality. He has really good quality shirts too. Like he does printing. I don't know if that's his full-time thing. I don't know, but he does do printing, but he has good quality shirts. His shirts is good, and his print. So check out Harold Pierre. Yeah, we all can eat. We all can eat, but sometimes we might have to put our money in it too. This is what it is. And a person, when you look at like Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg, all them, you see how long they took? 7 years, 8 years, but it hit. It hit. Y'all be wanting our shit to be hit in 30 days. If you can't afford to invest in something that your entrepreneur friend who's working on it and steady working on it, and y'all fall out because I ain't make the money back like this, which I'm trying, because you see what I'm doing, but you think I'm outside partying. I am a lifestyle influencer. I wore a paper pussy piece every day in Atlanta for a year and a half. I got Toxic Sex, Toxic Genius. Yes, that was my marketing. I could not afford marketing. My friends were my marketing. I got the finest friends in the world. Everybody know that. Do I have a website for? Yeah, remind me if I got a website by. But yeah, so, oh man. Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's it. Please like and share this. July 3rd to the 6th. I'm accepting contributions and Zales and all that. Because at the end of the day, if y'all been in any of my events, I don't charge unless it was entertainment. And that was comedy. I'm not even doing, I'm thinking about having a comedy show on a separate day. But when it comes to the protests and all that, you already know how I am, how I do my pop-up shops. If anybody ever went to my Uncomfortable Truth pop-up shop, all that money that I make always goes into what I'm doing. So please donate when you can. And if you can't, show up. If you can't donate, show up July 3rd to the 6th. Bodies mean the same as a donation. That's why voting is very important. Don't let these donors think that they got us. They got our vote. No, they don't got our vote. We just don't get up and register and go vote. Unregister as a Democrat. If you really about their life, about letting the Dems go, if you really about their life, then you need to unregister and either be an independent or register to be a Republican. But if you're a true Democrat, then stay Democrat. If you really believe that in what the Democrat was built on, cool. As a Black American right now in this day, you will be a complete fool to vote for Democrat. A complete fool. Now, I'm not saying go to Republican. But I am saying go independent. Now, I'm full Republican right now. Stronghold Republican. I never, ever declared a political anything. I didn't give a fuck about this shit. But after I saw what they were doing, I'm anti-Democrat. And this is my football team. This is my team, right? This is how people we go diehard Dallas Cowboys fans. Dallas Cowboys, like how Duvall loved his Jaguars. His Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, that's how I am with the Republican Party right now. Die hard. Okay? Democrat, nothing. They are the absolute worst. However, if my shit don't get settled, the main reason why I went this way, or I don't get or the Republican Party is not revamped the way that I want the Republican Party to be revamped, I'm going independent. Congress, the 4th of July, I'm saying tailgating 4th of July. Tailgating the 4th of July, the White House. It's a homecoming. July 3rd is the protest. Okay? That's for this person right here. So we tailgating homecoming, White House, outside the White House. We know where the White House is. Okay? Tailgate. Okay, bring the music, bring everything, bring food, picnic, one big picnic. Okay? Pretty sure we'll have some people out there selling their foods, all that stuff, just like other people do. Just like all of the illegals have done. Come over here, free everything, selling everything they want, no permits, no nothing, not getting in trouble. So, I'm just saying, I'm going to be down there. I'm going to get down there June 30th. I'm going to stay. I'm prepared to stay for that month if I'm not heard. I spent my whole summer outside of 121 North LaSalle protesting by myself. And I didn't have nobody. I didn't have people watch me. I didn't have supporters. I didn't have friends. I call these my supporters are my friends. Real talk. Anybody that supports me is my friend. That's real talk. So you support me, you're my friend. So all my friends that support me and stuff like that, I have a lot of them. Before I had a few and I lost a lot. But now I come with a lot because now I have people who have started watching my story and my journey and got to know some of me with certain interviews and things like that. So I appreciate that. So I plan on staying down there until I'm heard. So, but the kickoff starts July 3rd. Then homecoming July 4th. Then the 5th, I want to do the Lincoln Memorial March. And then July 6th, I want to do a brunch. And then from 3 to 10, this DJ party. It's like the dopest DJ party. Like it's some of the best DJs, but the best DJs that are not mainstream. Like they underground. Like they got their own circle. They got their own influence. That you understand? Like yeah, the independence in music and DJing. So, all right, y'all. Talk to you later.